Apparently the board are very disappointed that the club looks a long way short of qualifying for the Champions League. We haven't played any matches yet. Hello and welcome back to more Football Manager 20 with me, Mr. Grand 2, and Chelsea Challenge. That's our new save. I think I'll just call it Chelsea actually. But here we are. We're back again and it's time for the start of the season. We're going to be playing Burnley in our first Premier League match and then Liverpool in the Super Cup final. A chance for some silverware very early on, which would be nice, if a little bit undeserved. So since last time, a lot of important things have happened. Most importantly, I have put the real names fix in place, which means Juventus are now called Juventus, a relief for us all, no longer having the strange zebra-like name, which was just confusing. They will get their badge when I put badge packs in, when I get the new computer, but for now, there we go. It's not fixed the staff members. Maurizio Sarri is still called a different name. Gianpaolo Roma. Okay. I'm a bit confused about why they have the rights to the players, but not the coaching staff. Anyway, this is an easy fix, because we can just nickname him. I hope I spelled Maurizio right. I think that's right. There we go. Right. I should maybe have checked that before. That would be professional. But we're not professional, so it's not worth doing. There you go. So that's all done. Other things to note. Jody Morris is still here. He's still our assistant manager. Craig Shakespeare chose to go to Manchester City instead. He's not that great a coach, is he? Mentally, he's not bad. I think we'll keep him for now. Craig Shakespeare went to Manchester City, and I think even if he had chose to come to us, he would only have been hired as an under-18s coach, because he's become an under-18s coach at Manchester City, which, yeah, I guess is a thing. And of course, because I'm an idiot, as we realised at the end of the last episode, I didn't actually tick disable first window transfer budget. So there's been some transfers. Liverpool have spent literally 100 million on Alex Grimaldo and Arkadiusz Milik. Man United have signed Gerard Deulofeu for some reason. Of course, Man City have signed Daniele Rugani. Mamadou Sakho's gone to Monaco from Crystal Palace, which was also one of the scripted transfers last year, so not particularly creative. Aston Villa have snapped up Jared Bowen. That's not a bad piece of business. Man City have signed 2 Belgian wonder kids as well. Adama Traore has gone to Crystal Palace. Cheick Koyate has gone to Leicester for some reason. Nemanja Matic has gone to Bordeaux, and then a few other deals. Liam Moore going to Crystal Palace. Watford have signed Cesar Montes. That's annoying. I like signing Cesar Montes. And Erasmus Falk's gone to Bournemouth. Those look like the major deals. A few other sort of loans as well. Players going out. But yeah, not anything major. Not the end of the world. And I think most of those will probably just happen in January anyway. So nothing we can do about it. But let's get on. Well, before we get onto the game, let's actually look at pre-season. That would be good. So we did beat our under-23s 3-0 with the goal coming from Cameron Burns. Wait, he wasn't called Cameron Burns before, was he? It was called Courtney, wasn't he? Courtney something. I mean, the 2 greyed out players we used in that game both disappeared after the match. The other guy's changed as well. He was called something Allison, wasn't he? He's changed to Alan Talbot. They've completely renamed the greyed out players, including the guy that scored. Anyway, we couldn't sign them. They both disappeared, and I think even if they hadn't disappeared, we wouldn't be able to sign them anyway. But we drew 0-0 with this side, Ostend. We lost 2-1 to Hamburg. This was a time when most of the squad was still on holiday, so we couldn't really do much there. We went on a tour of South Korea. I'm sure we made lots of money, but we did get 3 wins, which was nice to see. And including a goal for Miles Pert Harris, who's one of our under-18s. And then our final pre-season match, which was the only one where everyone was actually there, aside from the 3 injured players, we did beat Saint-Etienne 3-2. Tammy Abraham getting himself 2 goals, which is good to see. So we are playing Burnley in our first Premier League match. We're playing on the Sunday, so most people have already played, and this is how we're looking. I've tweaked the tactic a little bit. There was a few things that I wanted to change a little bit. We've changed the attacking width up to a standard width, because we are going to be using wingers, at least to start with, but then I don't want it to be constantly wide. I want them to cut in a little bit. I think this works relatively well. It has done in the friendlies. Willian's been playing really, really well on the right hand side, and I did have Pedro as an inside forward, which is what he's more natural in. But there was one of the goals we conceded against Saint Etienne literally was caused because he tried to cut inside, and if he'd kept going round the byline, he wouldn't have given it away. We wouldn't necessarily have scored from that, but he wouldn't have given it away. But because he cut inside, he lost possession, and they ended up scoring from that. So we're going to try this for now. I think the forward roles are the sort of ones I'm not really necessarily sure about. Same with attacking midfielder for Mount. We'll just see what happens and see how things go. But these are the instructions. I think defensively we should be all right. I'm not necessarily this is the best combination. We might need to look for overlaps or underlaps, things like that. But we'll see how it goes. So this is the team then for the first game of the season against Burnley. We are going to be playing with a goalkeeper on the bench, which I don't normally do, but I don't want to run the risk because you don't know how the game's going to handle goalkeeper injuries. So Kepa's going to be in goal. Emerson and Azpilicueta are going to be the wing backs. Christensen is going to be playing alongside Tomori. Christensen's been really good in pre-season, so he's going to stay in. Rudiger's not been that great, so we're going to give Tomori the game because I want to develop the youth, just like Frank's done in real life, and he's done really well in real life. Kante and Jorginho, of course, is going to be the midfield. Pedro and Willian are going to be starting on the wings. Of course, Christian Pulisic did play in the match against Burnley in real life and scored a hat-trick, but he's only just come back from holiday. He's not particularly fit. Having his pace off the bench, though, could be quite good. Mason Mount's going to be attacking midfield. Again, he's not particularly fit. He got injured during pre-season and missed most of pre-season. So I wouldn't be starting him, but unfortunately Ross Barkley got injured 2 days ago. A lot of ridiculous injuries, it has to be said. And then, of course, Tammy Abraham, with those 2 goals against Saint Etienne, is going to be up front. So this is the system we're going to be playing for pretty much most of our home games and probably a lot of our away games. I'm thinking that for the Liverpool game, we might actually play the bit more defensive system. We'll have a think about that one. But here we are. It's Burnley, and they've not really made any new signings other than the ones they've made in real life, which means we should have a pretty good chance. So Jody Morris is still here. He's not been sacked. I expect nothing but a win from this match, though. We've got to get off to a good start this season. We've got a lot to live up to. I'm recording this on this Sunday after this weekend's main round of football. Chelsea winning again, up to third, level on points with Leicester. Didn't really see that coming, but we're doing well. We're doing really well. So first highlight, 17 minutes in, a long goal kick forwards from Nick Pope. Nearly came on to Chris Wood. We've got to be careful of that one, but we're countering quickly. Pedro on the left-hand side plays it into the middle towards Kante. Jorginho with a lovely ball out. Gets it back. Mason Mount feeds Azpilicueta into Mount. Back again. Someone's going to need to take this on. Mount, Willian. Who's going to take it on? We're playing the ball around in the box. Working it nicely into the box, but no one's really taking it, doing anything. Mount with a shot. A fierce shot from the young Englishman. Nearly finding its way in. So we are dominating in terms of shots on target. And we need to find ourselves a breakthrough, really, before half-time. Could go a little bit more attacking if we need to, but we're going to stick with this now. Emerson with the ball across to Willian, and his shot is a tame effort into Nick Pope's gloves. And Pope with a long ball forwards to finds Chris Wood. He knocks it down for Aaron Lennon. This is dangerous. We do get it back, though. The really high tempo that we're playing with relentless pressing should hopefully help against a lot of sides. Azpilicueta with the ball across, and Tammy Abraham is there to dispatch it home. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Not got overlaps on, not got underlaps on, because I want a sort of bit more fluidity. I want the fullbacks to be going wide. I want the wingers to be going wide as well. And that's exactly why. Perfect cross from Cesar Azpilicueta. And Tammy Abraham is there to head home for his first Chelsea goal of the season. And I think he scored for us before, had he? So, yeah, first Chelsea goal. Fantastic. Willian plays it inside to Mason Mount. They're lacking a little bit of fitness, but we'll see how long they last. Emerson on the left-hand side. He's been very lively so far. Can he find another ball across? He can. He put the shot in. Nick Pope parried it away, and he could do nothing as Willian was there to pounce, to grab his second of the game. Mason Mount spraying some lovely balls around today. Emerson on the left. Pope, not necessarily the best goalkeeping from Nick Pope there. He parries it, doesn't look where it's going, and Willian is there for a tap-in. Fantastic. It's not going to be ruled out for offside. What is the point of that? They're just showing that it's onside. Okay, that was slightly confusing and concerning. But there we go, 2-0 up, looking absolutely incredibly lively. Well, there we go, half-time, 2-0 to the good. Very, very, very good start to life here at Stamford Bridge. Let's keep this up. I'm very happy, boys. Everyone's delighted. I'm delighted. This is exactly the kind of football that I want to be playing. I think we need to be careful about fitness. We need to be careful about injuries because we're playing such a high tempo. But so far, so good. Well, the second half has flown by. Absolutely nothing in terms of highlights. We completely dominated this game. Burnley have had one shot on target. 14 minutes to go. Here's another highlight. Probably Burnley are going to score here. I know this game. I know how it works. Christensen hasn't cleared his lines properly. Chris Wood is in. And, well, that was a chance, wasn't it? That was a chance. Chris Wood puts it over, though. Haven't made any substitutions yet. I think it might well be time to, with 13 minutes now on the clock. Aspilicueta forwards to Tammy Abraham. One-on-one with Nick Pope. And the Englishman makes a fine save in that case. Mason Mount with a corner in. Doesn't look like it's going to result in anything. Or saying that, Kante's on the ball. It's been cleared. So a lot of players not necessarily at their fittest. We can't risk Mason Mount really, can we? But who do we bring on? I think we could shuffle one of the wingers over. But then again, Pulisic. Willian's not particularly fit. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play Mateo Kovacic in attacking midfield. He can do it. And then we're going to take Willian off for Christian Pulisic. They're the two that have lacked the most fitness in pre-season. And then either Emerson or Cesar Aspilicueta, probably Emerson. I hope I put Marcus Alonso on the bench. Indeed I did. I think, should we just let's do a triple change, why not? Alonso on, and I'm going to put him back to defend because I don't trust him. I don't trust him in any way. Well, another highlight just before the end of the 90, working it around nicely. Christian Pulisic with a fierce shot. What a chance that was. Could have got his first Chelsea goal. Doesn't quite get it off this time. But, I mean, look at the stats. 24 shots, 15 on target. How are we doing for possession? 64% possession. We are ticking off attacking football. We're ticking off possession football. That was simply brilliant. Total domination. Only 2 goals to show for it, which could be a bit of an issue going forwards in other games. But I'm really pleased with the performance in that one. Some brilliant play. Very, very strong in all areas of the pitch. That is fantastic. I mean, that's fantastic. Energetic manager, Mr. Grand 2. Energetic. That's not a word I'd use to describe myself, but apparently the game thinks I am. Brilliant performance. We will actually do the press conference. I'll cut it though. But yeah, really fantastic. There's some different questions in there, which is nice. I got to say that I'm friends with Sean Dyche. I wish I was friends with Sean Dyche. Okay, so I've made my decision. We are going to go with the slightly more defensive system of the 4-1-2-3, which means Jorginho is going to be playing back in defensive midfield with Mason Mount sliding back into central midfield roles and Mazzala. I mean, he's a natural in that, so that should be fine. And the thing is that if we need to get a goal, if it's not working, we can just easily switch. We don't have to make any substitutions. We just move Mount and Jorginho forwards. This is what I'm thinking of. I still want wingers. I think that's going to work quite well as Liverpool play inside forwards. And I've kept most of the roles and duties the same, other than the midfielders. I think the fullbacks have dropped back a little bit deeper. In terms of instructions, I've changed the instructions to be broadly similar to what we use in the other tactic. In transition and defensively, we're the same, but I've not got pass into space and I've not got run at defence on. Our passing directness is also shorter rather than mixed, and tempo standard rather than higher. That's the one I'm not really sure about. In fact, I'm going to change that to higher. I do think that will sort of help with on the counter-attack. So we're going to go with that. Who knows how it's going to go? To be honest, if we're 2-0 down 20 minutes in, I'm just going to switch to the other tactic, because I'd rather lose like 5-2 than a limp 2-0 defeat. So it would be nice to win the Super Cup. We never won the Super Cup. We didn't win it in the only time we were ever in it. We lost to Atletico Madrid. That's Chelsea in real life, obviously, not in the save. This is only the second competitive match we've played. But Liverpool going for their pretty much standard team. Of course, Adrian's in goal because of the injury to Alisson at this stage of the season. And Milik is on the bench for them. and Grimaldo's on the bench as well. But otherwise, it is, as you would expect, the fearsome Champions League winning Liverpool team. They're matching us in terms of formation, which I'm kind of pleased about. And it also means we can just make the switch if need be. We're not favourites for this. I don't expect to win this. Gonna tell them I have faith in them, but I think realistically this season, any result that we get against Liverpool or City is great. I don't expect to beat either of them. I think they're going to be too good, as they are in real life. But we'll certainly give it a go. I was thinking probably should maybe have put Rudiger in rather than Tomori, but we'll give the young lad a chance. Liverpool coming forwards, not even 10 minutes on the clock here. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays the ball across, which we parry with Kepa. Now, can we strike here? I haven't gone to the counter. Maybe we should do that because Liverpool are dominating in the early stage. Let's go to a cautious mentality. We can see if we can hit them on the break when they come forwards. Abraham robs Firmino, goes for the shot, and it's a fierce shot from distance from young Tammy. And, Adrian didn't get anything on it, but it didn't go anywhere near the goal, unfortunately. This is going to be interesting because we do play Liverpool in the league in a few weeks' time as we go behind Firmino with the goal, although it might be offside. It hit Joe Gomez. I think they're going to give it. But it'd be interesting to see. I think we might need to play a bit more sort of countery system. I don't know. Yeah, the goal's been given. Joe Gomez from the corner. Salah puts the corner in. Firmino, he didn't really know much about that, did he? But we're 1-0 down from a set piece, which is not ideal and not what you want. I think that the system we're using is not particularly working. So do we make the change? I think we're going to have to, really. Yeah, we're not really getting any sort of inroads, although we have a chance here. Azpilicueta and Willian exchanging some passes. Jorginho sprays it out to Pedro on the left-hand side, puts it across for Tammy Abraham, and that was a really good chance for young Tammy to make his mark. We have had two highlights have been us. Only one highlight, two highlights have been Liverpool. One of them was the goal, of course, but both major chances from open play have been us. Mohamed Salah puts it away for 2-0. That does look well offside. It definitely is offside. So it's still 1-0. That is a hideous graphical representation. I do apologise. We will have something better when we get the new computer. I don't know whether to make the change, really, to the other system. I don't think we're playing that badly. We seem to be relatively containing Liverpool. Pedro, Mason Mount really should have scored there. We've had two very good chances. I think we might leave this for now, Liverpool are dominating in terms of shots, but they seem to not really be doing all that much with it. Their only goal is from a set piece. Saying that, Mohamed Salah robs Andreas Christensen. And Sadio Mane makes it too. I mean, that was brutal, but it's just an individual error. Emerson was dallying on the ball. Christensen got it. Doesn't even look. And that's how dangerous they are. I mean, you can say we shouldn't be playing it out from the back, but okay, well, it's 2-0. I mean, I think we're going to have to switch the system and go for this, or can we see if we get into half time? We've not been too bad. There's been encouraging signs. Willian finds Pedro, or nearly does. We get it back though. Jorginho. I mean, we have fashioned some chances. We just haven't put them away. Can we get ourselves a goal back? That would be an encouragement. Willian, we haven't been too bad. Tomori plays it forward. Tammy Abraham's on. Oh dear. That was a brilliant chance. Mason Mount with the corner in. It's given me encouragement for this system though, it really is. Willian to Pedro. Mason Mount on the left-hand side. Jorginho in the middle. Gives it away to Mohamed Salah. They're going to break now with brutal fashion unless we just kick him over. Kick him over. Robertson with the ball in. Trent Alexander-Arnold, luckily, is not the best at finishing. Right, I think we're going to get until half-time and then we're going to make the switch. We're going to go for it. because I'd rather lose 4-0 than not try. Because, yeah, Christensen, just please get it away. He does. Willian's there. The movement is really good. Tomori, ball over the top. Where is this going to go? Pedro on it. Of course, we can make some changes. We can bring Pulisic on. Willian. Abraham. He's hit the post again. I mean, you can't say we've not been in this game. You can't say we've not had chances. I'd say that's 4 really, really good chances. We've hit the woodwork. Certainly once. I think we hit it twice. Tammy's had some glorious opportunities. I can't tell them it was disappointing. We've actually dominated possession as well. You've been unlucky so far. You really genuinely have been unlucky so far. I think, you know what, we're going to go for this. We're going to go for this. You don't live unless you need live and die by the sword. That's an expression, isn't it? That's an expression. We're going to go for it. And I think we're going to bring on Christian Pulisic at some point. Not right now. Yeah, go for it. Why not? If they score immediately, I might get scared and switch back. Right, highlights straight away. Are we... What? Oh, God. What was that? What was that about? If they score immediately? I mean, they've scored immediately. What on earth is Jorginho doing? What on earth is he doing? Of course we're not... Right, you're coming off immediately for that. That is absolutely... We had a chance. We were in the game. We were creating opportunities. We went a bit more attacking. And then you do something stupid like that. How are we supposed to do anything when you do that? What an absolutely ridiculous display. Well, we might as well stay on this now because 3-0, it's done. And yeah, the only way we're going to get back in it is if we score loads more goals. So Willian on the right hand side, into Mason Mount, Kovacic on for the disgustingly disrespectful Jorginho. Kepa looking for Pedro's found him. Found Mason Mount. He's in here. And another glorious chance goes begging. Not been clinical today, it's fair to say. Well, Liverpool from our corner are countering at a horrific rate. And this could be 4 here. It is 4. Sadio Mane makes it 4. I don't feel especially disheartened because I think we have been really, 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 really unlucky. We have made so many chances and then just haven't taken them. I don't think that it's a really very fair reflection of the game. Let's just go attacking. Yeah. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I really don't think it's very fair. We haven't done much wrong. In fact, really, they've only scored 1 goal from open play that they actually did themselves. We gave them 2 goals, and then one of them was from a corner. We've had at least 4 glorious chances, which we haven't scored. So, yeah, let's bring on Pulisic. And Tammy, he might as well go off. He's not really having a very good day. The defence has been pretty poor, all things considered. Especially in this second half. We shouldn't have switched systems, should we? Is it going to be 5? It's not. Kepa can actually save it this time. We should have probably stuck with the other system. But, you know, lesson learned for the league. Emerson for Tabashwari. Is he going to score? No, of course he's not. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Why would he score a goal? That's about 4 one-on-ones we've had today that haven't gone in. Whereas they've scored everything they've had. Can we get ourselves a consolation? We definitely deserve a goal. We really don't deserve to be 4-0 down. Tomori plays it forward to Pedro. In towards Kovacic. Mount on the turn. Goes for the shot. and it hit the bar, I think. Don't even get a corner from it. But okay, we're learning. We're learning. It's only our second game. We're learning. We need this for the league. This is going to be 5. No, Salah puts it wide. The league game's in a few weeks' time. We know what to do now. We're going to stick with the other system. Hopefully, we'll have a bit better luck. Maybe change the defensive roles up. I don't know. Firmino puts it over. We're just being a bit kamikaze at the moment. Because there's not really any point. And there we are, we've lost. I think we knew that was coming. Yeah, we actually had more possession. Obviously, they dominated shots and shots on target. They're just better than us in every way, far more clinical. Yeah, just disappointing, but I'm not too disheartened. We were incredibly unlucky. I think that's fair to say. Mason Mount's been given a 6, which I think is very unfair. We were incredibly unlucky. We had plenty of chances that just weren't converted. So I'm not going to tell them I was disappointed. I'm going to say it would have been nice to win, but it wasn't to be. They all love that. They seem relaxed. We really weren't that bad. We really weren't that bad, and I don't think the scoreline is very fair. In fact, in many ways, I think that is very, very, very reflective of the real-life 4-0 opening league defeat to Manchester United, where the scoreline did not reflect our performance, and things improved in recent weeks. It's only the Super Cup. We didn't really deserve to be there because we hadn't won the Champions League or the Europa League ourselves. So it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. League is the priority. League is the focus. We won against Burnley in a very good controlled performance. So, next time we will be back. We're not going to play Liverpool again because that was a horrifying experience for all concerned. But we will be back for the Champions League. I think probably the Champions League and Crystal Palace, because Palace are always a side that cause us issues. So that's 4 games in between. We'll see how they go. Some tricky tests, of course. Liverpool again. Leicester, Everton, not going to be easy. Aston Villa could cause a problem. Of course, John Terry is the assistant manager. But yeah, we'll be back for the Champions League and Crystal Palace. See how things are shaping up. So thanks very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.